Recently, I've seen a huge flurry of reports debating whether or not the Wii U was going to end production, either right now, by the end of the year, or sometime into 2017. Honestly, I'm not sure the timing really matters. With the Switch on the horizon and no major titles in development, outside of the Wii U and Switch dual launch Breath of the Wild, I think our funny little box and tablet combo from Nintendo is at the end of the line. I thought it would be fun to look back on the Wii U, the good times and the bad, as we prepare for the next big console from Nintendo. Dear Nintendo Wii U, it's been a ride, that's for sure. These past 4 years have been a pretty unfamiliar road for Nintendo. We've seen ups and downs over the years, but history will write this era off as one of the big downs. It isn't wrong to say that. Sales have been tough and your library is smaller than most, but I still had some amazing memories playing your games. I'm not gonna lie, Wii U, I was never a huge fan of your name. I know your older sibling was incredibly successful with over 100 million units sold, and those were huge shoes to fill, but I don't think you should have shared a name with the Wii. When people saw your new tablet controller screen, I think people just thought you were another add-on tablet for the Wii, like the U-Draw tablet that has over 1 million units unsold in a warehouse. You were every bit Nintendo, the good and the bad. The expected Nintendo faults that we've heard over the last 2 decades were all there. Weaker hardware, worse storage options, lackluster online options, and of course, tough third-party support. Your launch lineup was pretty small, and while games like Nintendo Land and Zombie U gave us a glimpse into what the Gamepad could be someday, as soon as Ubisoft took Rayman Legends out of the Wii U exclusivity, I knew that there was going to be some trouble. Over the years, you brought games that focused on color, fun, and adventure, just as expected. Most of the time, you played it pretty safe, giving us slightly new versions of titles that we've seen before. Sometimes these felt a little lazy, but other times, a Nintendo classic with a fresh coat of paint felt like just what I needed. Even in the world of online play, I love that you still gave us a few reasons to gather a group of friends around a single screen. But honestly, it was when you took a risk to give us something completely different that I found myself the most happy. I hope that you'll consider bringing the Nintendo Touch to more new genres and new worlds. I think the gaming world would be all the better for it. I know you had a hard time finding new friends to make games with, but there were a few times that I really loved the partnerships you were able to make. Your experiment with Koei Tecmo let me play as more Zelda characters than I ever could have imagined. I can't believe that game still has some DLC left before it's all over. And thank you sincerely for being the team to keep Bayonetta 2 alive. It was awesome. Sometimes you'd do something randomly dumb, like TV, even dedicating a full button on your gamepad to a feature that barely anybody used. But then, out of nowhere, you had one of the best internet browsers. Actually, I think it's the best console browser of all time. It's fast, it's responsive, you can stream Twitch on 2 different streams using 2 different screens. I don't know how many people cared about that feature, but it definitely got a lot of time from me. You had a lot of potential. The Wii U gamepad was definitely something different, and I wish we got to see more of it in action. I love the gyroscopic aim for games like Splatoon, using the touchscreen as a canvas for games like Super Mario Maker, and using the elaborate Xenoblade Chronicles X world map, or sometimes just using the gamepad to mirror the TV while someone else is using the big screen. Sometimes I wish I could have taken the gamepad with me to keep my gaming on the go, but it looks like your successor, the Switch, has that covered. There are some ideas I'm sad we never got to see. Some of them seem so obvious. A new Pokemon Snap, scanning in a new Metroid Prime using the gamepad, or even that idea I first saw in a Penny Arcade comic, where the gamepad player becomes a DM to lead other players on an adventure. I'm not so sure the Switch is going to have its screen with separate gameplay from the TV, so I'm kind of sad that some of these ideas may never come to be. You also brought us Amiibo. That was an interesting trick. While it became painful at one point to hunt these things down, and simply hearing the words Wave 3 will make me hurt deep down inside, I have to admit, I love owning some official Nintendo merchandise for some of your less popular franchises. Gameplay-wise, they were a little gimmicky, but I did like that a single Amiibo could unlock so many different titles. I wonder how many people will remember the Amiibo before Amiibo from Pokemon Rumble U. I'll admit it, I even had fun collecting those too. You were a mixed bag, Wii U. History might not always remember you fondly, but I'll definitely remember you. And And I hope that someday I'll be playing my Switch, realizing that you were there to pave the way for something truly incredible. But no matter how it shakes out, you give me the usual Nintendo experience. Good, unique, fun games that brought people together. Thanks for watching today's unusually sappy video. It's no secret that I am absolutely thrilled for the Switch, and I'm extremely pumped for the upcoming Switch event in January. Wherever Nintendo goes, I'll be around here making Nintendo videos. Catch you guys next time with more Nintendo content.